Hello and welcome to Squib TV. I'm Samuel Layton, joined by James Cartwright, and today we're going to be talking about
underachievers and overachievers.
So in this video we're going to specifically be looking at people we think are going to overachieve this season. We are going to be doing one on underachievers as well. But we're going to be looking at teams and players. James, I just want you to think anyone that you can think of who might potentially have a very good season this year.
Well, I think we have to discuss the Cleveland Browns. Might surprise a few of us this season, hopefully.
Yeah.
They're a decent side. Isaiah Crowell, Cody Kessler at QB, is he still?
It'd either be Cody Kessler, Brock Osweiler or Deshaun Kaiser, who are all apparently good. So
there you go.
Potentially.
Any of them.
Yeah. The Browns, good defence. Isaiah Crowell, I really like him. I think he's going to be, especially if you are starting someone like Cody Kessler or Deshaun Kaiser, who's a little bit less comfortable with the ball in their hands at this point in the NFL, getting those run plays and those yards. I think the Browns could, overachieve in the sense that they're going to make the playoffs, I think is a silly suggestion, but I think, you could be looking for Browns fans, I think six wins maybe this season if it clicks. I don't know if you sort of feel the same on that one?
No, I think 6 wins is stretching it. I think 5 wins.
That's such a huge margin of difference there, James. But
it is a huge margin in the NFL.
It is,
given, how many games? You only have 16 games, throughout the season. So I think one of them wins is well earned.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6 wins, I think, for the Browns will be a very good season, and I expect them to get better throughout now. I think the Browns they've hit so bad that they can only go one way, and I hope for their sake that they go up. Another team overachieving, maybe anyone you can think of, or do you want me to dive in for one?
Oh, you dive in for one.
A team that it's kind of not overachieving because I think we probably expect them to be doing all right, but a team that I think I'm going to mention, I'm going to go for the Jacksonville Jaguars, just because last season they had a poor season, and I think this season they're going to probably be up there challenging for that division like they were a couple of years ago. I know you were excited about the Jags.
I was.
Drafted Leonard Fournette in his fantasy draft as well. So anyone else that stands out there for the Jags? Obviously, I'm saying if the Jags have a good season, Blake Bortles are going to overachieve as well. So
evidently, Allen Robinson, Alan Hearns, you expect, but we expect these things from them. So would they really be overachieving?
I think that's the only issue I have with the Jags. Are they going to be overachieving for a team we expect to do fairly well? I think that division's hard to say there's going to be an overachiever in it, because the other team I was going to think of in that division would have been the Titans, but I expect the Titans to maybe be looking at, maybe 9 wins this season, around that mark, depending on how they play that division.
I was going to say to you just then, I don't think there's anyone in the NFL really that I could pinpoint that is going to overachieve. But aside, I like the look of defensively going forward, and maybe the QB can do well next season. The Minnesota Vikings, can they overachieve next season? Can they actually win the NFC North? Because I think they could make it quite close if the likes of Xavier Rhodes makes plays, Sam Bradford, as I said, comes in and actually solidifies that starting job and starts playing some of his better football. We could see them. Yeah,
I think you have to mention Bradford there. If Bradford's an overachiever, then that team's going to be much better. I think if players like Stephon Diggs, he can make the plays. Most of the teams, I think you kind of just expect what you expect with them. I guess a team you probably would like to say as well, which I'm going to mention, would it be overachieving because we kind of expect this team to be up there this year, but they haven't been for the last few years. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. The Bucs, this season could be a season for them. Overachieving in the sense where I think they could be looking at 10 wins, playoffs. I think that's how good this team could be.
But when we say overachieving, we've got to move the goalposts a bit, don't we? Because we're saying it wouldn't be overachieving for the Bucs to make the playoffs, but it would be overachieving for them to go all the way, for example.
No, that's true.
Any of these sides could go all the way. The likes of Texans in the AFC South, wouldn't be a surprise to see them win division, but would it be a surprise to see them pip the Steelers or the Patriots in the AFC Championship game? Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I think with the Bucs, if they do make the playoffs, I think they could be one of those teams that could have a run in it. They could be like a team like the Falcons maybe last season, where everyone thought, they look good in the regular season, and then they went and steamrolled teams in the actual games because they got their way of doing it.
The Falcons overachieved last season?
Yeah, I think from the start of the season, I think the Falcons did overachieve. I think come the end of the season, we expected it, but I think they overachieved. And there's certainly a few teams that underachieved last season, but we'll move on to that in another video. So anyone you think's going to overachieve this season, let us know. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter @Squib_TV. Thank you for watching.
It's touchdown.